Hey guys, Hotshot here, and welcome to my first ever Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video. Obviously, if you saw from the last video, I'm taking a little break from TCM for now. Like I said, I'll still play the game with friends, but in reality, I just want to take a break from uploading content onto it. Other than that, excuse me, I will be focusing on Suicide Squad and kind of just giving my input on certain things about it and why I think this game is overhated based off of my first impressions. I've seen a lot of rant videos about it saying this game is dead on arrival. It sucks because they ruined Batman and some stuff like that. And I want to give my own opinion. And I'll say this for now. I think this game is just way overhated. I think just because they're comparing it to like Avengers or Batman Arkham Knight or something, and a lot of people, they're entitled to their opinion, but I think for the most part, I feel like people are just like hating on the game because other people are hating on it. Now, if you're like a really heavy, true Batman fan, I understand why you may not like, now, spoiler alert, Batman dies to Harley Quinn with a gun, and obviously this is what, that one clip on Twitter, and obviously, if you pre-ordered it, you can play days early and stuff. But the main problem with the game right now, people are just really angry about is just Batman, and the other part of it is like killing the Justice League, because that's the whole point of it. And this is one of these things where I'm like, yeah, that's the reason why they hate it, but people are saying that this game is dead on arrival and stuff, and I'm not one of those people who think that. I think this game can have a long future. They have a roadmap with content coming. Next month is the Joker, and then Season 4 we're getting Blade. So that's one of the things that, I think that'll definitely shake the game up more, and I'm all for it. I'm loving the game because of just the fun gameplay loop of playing the character. King Shark is my first favorite. Harley Quinn would have to be my second. I haven't played Deadshot or Boomerang yet. I have yet to play those characters, but I'll level them up on the side. But, I just want to talk about the Justice League real quick, and the whole like the boss fights and like everyone ranting about them. So for the ranting part of it, people are angry at killing the Justice League, and if the main villain is obviously Brainiac of the story, because they're quote unquote mind controlled, even though Brainiac can literally has these aliens or something that can take their DNA and turn them into monsters or something. I think with the Justice League, if you play the story, if you pay attention to the hints, Brainiac in one of the scenes, he says, "My Justice League." And there's subtle hints from Green Lantern, there's some from Batman, I believe, and Superman. And, I think they're clones. I don't think Brainiac really, he took the Justice League members and probably, knocked them out or something, and then took their DNA, took them up to his ship and cloned them, and obviously, the whole point is killing the Justice League in the title, but in reality, I think they're killing Brainiac's Justice League, which isn't, he says my Justice League. Keep in mind, it's my. I don't think he actually killed the whole Justice League, besides Wonder Woman dying to Superman. That was the real, the major deaths was our version of Lex Luthor and Wonder Woman herself. Those were, the biggest deaths in the game. I don't think we killed Green Lantern. I don't think we killed Batman. I definitely don't think we killed Superman, because there's been instances where they would die to something, and in reality, they didn't die because they're weak or anything. They have some of their weaknesses in there, but there's different versions, of how it's different from how the real Batman would actually be a boss, because I don't think Batman would use fear toxin on the Suicide Squad if he had to, because he's fought these guys in the past before. And plus, if Batman was the real Batman from Arkham Knight, they're the same dude or whatever, but the real Batman himself would probably be a way heavier boss fight than normal. And because with what Rocksteady has given us, they could really pull the biggest swerve of all time and really fuck around with everyone and say, yeah, you didn't really kill Batman, you killed the clone, and you guys are falling for it, and you guys are angry like children. Now, do I like how Batman died, supposedly, the clone, in my opinion at least? Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm saying I feel like he died, the clone died, not Batman himself. And they're saying it's disrespectful to Kevin Conroy, who's been the character for years. Rest in peace, Kevin. But Rocksteady, in my opinion, definitely cares about the character and Kevin himself. They literally paid tribute to him at the base story endings tribute. There's at the end of the game for like the main storyline. Before you get to Endgame, there's a tribute where it says "Thank you, Kevin." That's a tribute. And obviously, I feel like they're literally probably fucking with us, and Kevin's Batman is really alive. I think they're not angry that he died technically. I think the way he died to Harley Quinn was awkward because the other characters, they died in a fight or something, or a dramatic death. So it's not like like Batman dying to Harley Quinn is a little bit odd because you'd think he would die to somebody else. Like, I mean, if Wonder Woman, let's say, had killed Batman or something, it would maybe the story would have been more interesting, or but because Joker and Batman have been fighting for years and years in every comic book or in every game. He was the main villain in, I think, Arkham Knight, next to Jason, I think, or no, I think it was Arkham Asylum. I can't remember the top of my head. It's been way too long since I've played, but you know what I'm talking about. So I think the whole them disrespecting Kevin, I think that's a little bit just over the edge. I think the way he died to me was a little bit stupid, or in my opinion, it was dumb, because I think if he was dying in a fight or something, like in a cinematic fight, it would have been, maybe a bit more interesting that way. Because, like, the other Justice League members, they died in a fight, because I think, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think Rocksteady sort of messed that up in a way where they could have done something a little bit different. It would have made them say, oh, okay, he died this way, but still. It feels a lot of people have their opinion. I think them saying they disrespected Arkham Batman is a valid, fair opinion, but I just saying I disagree in some way. I don't think that they disrespected him. I think the way they killed the clone, and I say the clone because I don't think he's dead. I think they're just hiding on his ship and they're just like out cold or something, probably tucked in an alien pod or whatever. But I don't think the characters are dead, and that's just kind of the disappointing part of it. But for the first impressions, I think the game is fun. I think the story is mid. I would say it was good in the beginning, and then towards the end, there was a lot of questionable things. With King Shark like holding Green Lantern's ring. I think like at first I thought it was cool because I'm like, oh shit, he got the ring, but and then I'm watching another video. It kind of made me realize like, yeah, that was a stupid plot for it, because I think there's a lot of points in the game where people are just like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense, but this is Rocksteady's game, so I don't know what the heck they came up with. I mean, there are some funny lines with the characters too when they interact with each other, so I definitely think it's a fun. I think for the fun aspect, the game is a pretty solid for it. A lot of solid opinions, but just I think the game is overhated only because other people don't like it for their own reasoning, and then they jump on this train saying, oh, this game fucking sucks, it's dead on arrival, or whatever, and I'm not one of those people who agree with that. I think the game is very fun. Like I said, it has some cool moments, just a lot of questionable, plot lines and shit. Batman's death was questionable, but I don't know why they did that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with the DLCs. I think they might conclude the other Brainiacs in there, but we never know. This is GroovyHotshot, and I'll catch you guys later.